Hi everyone, this is Mr. Lopez and now I'm going to present on our landscape projects. So this is an opportunity to give those landscape projects a voice. They're kind of unique kind of projects where we actually been doing really well at the county fair. So I wanted to take a couple moments and just recognize those individuals that participated in this event. What we're looking at now is Michelle Falcon, Azul Mejia, and Jasmine Aradis submission to the fair. So they had a drought-tolerant landscape. So they were inspired by the Cars movie, and they utilize plants that don't require a lot of water once they're established. And so to them, it interpreted the Cars movie. They did a great job with their placement. But they are judged by the LA County Fair horticulture coordinator at the LA County Fair comes down and judges all these for us. So that was second place with Michelle, Azul, and Jasmine. We did get another second place. And this was with Tanya Serrera and Vincent Parra. So it was their first year participating in this event. So getting second place as a first year is not too bad. So hopefully they can use this learning experience to be better next year, and we can get them to first place. And then we will start with our other first place winners. I do want to mention Karen Cruz, Alejandra Cruz, and Edgar Gomez. They also have a drought tolerant landscape with a well in the center. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a picture of their particular landscape, but I wanted to bring attention and make sure to mention that they also earned the first place for their efforts. So sometimes people think, oh, it depends on the theme, what you get. Not really, it's how you execute your design. Here we have Tanya Hayford and Yalida Ramirez. They had a working fountain that they were able to utilize, so it added an extra element with the water feature. And then they laid out their plants. There's a clear focal point. You can see the steps leading up to it. So this one came very close from being best of show. But they did get first place. Then we have Marisa Ramos and Lenisa Ramirez. And so they were utilizing lots of purples and pinks throughout their flowers, and then they had their butterflies in this event. They ended up also getting the first place, so congratulations to them. The Jumanji effort, this was quite a project. They were very excited about their landscape construction. They had a vision from the beginning of what they wanted to look like. And I think they did a really good job representing the jungle in the middle of the desert. So it's a very fine job. Very colorful, lots of leaves, typical of what you would find in a jungle. So congratulations to them, a well-deserved first place for Ayana Alvarado, Giselle Hernandez, and Angela Armenta. Now we're getting into the People's Choice. So they won the first place, but then they also won the People's Choice. So people that were visiting the fair voted it as their favorite landscape. And so you could see the vivid colors in the background with the bird in the background. And then you see all the other tropical plants to play off the theme from Rio. So congratulations to them in their first place and People's Choice winners. That goes to Bishop Furman, Johnny Perchica, and Juliana Alvarez. And then the best of show for this year was a Cinderella theme landscape. So you could clearly see their focal points. They have a border where they have their symmetry on both sides. They also had a working water feature, which adds a nice serene sound. And then the hyacinths in the back in the walkway actually add aroma too. So if you can play with the senses whenever you're working in various arts media, if you can manipulate people's art senses, then they're more likely to remember your piece of work. And so here in the landscape, yeah, of course you're looking at it, but then when you hear the water, then now your ears are working in your favor. And then adding the nice smelling flowers, now you have the sense of smell. So they had three essentially senses working for them, which adds variety, adds interest to their piece. And so the judge decided that this was the best to show for this year. Of course, Coachella Valley does enter. They did enter as well. And they will continue to enter with us. But for the last 8 years, we have won the horticulture and floricultural sweepstakes just because of how many first places we're able to capture at the fair. The more first places you get, the larger possibility of getting the horticultural sweepstakes, which I've been very proud of being able to keep for the last 8 years. It just showcases the talent that we have at Indio High School, the creative minds that we have at Indio High School. So I encourage you, if this is something that sparks your interest, we do kind of the horticultural classes do learn about all these aspects. You don't necessarily have to be in the horticultural class to create a landscape. It helps, but we will teach you the basics next year. So we meet around December when we start planning, because it's all student plan. I'm not allowed to touch anything. I can offer you advice and I can teach you how to do things, but within the landscape itself, I can't touch anything or you're disqualified. Then we also have students and peer mentoring going on too, where the upperclassmen will mentor those that are doing it for the first year too. So it's a fun event. A week before the fair, we create these. Then we have to maintain them all throughout the fair. And then the day right after fair, we do have to remove them off the ground. So it's kind of a neat project. It just makes for a very busy February, but it is in the long run worth it. If you do earn a first place, you do earn $200. If you end up getting a second place, you earn $175. And usually you split that with your partners. And usually your entrance fee is $10. So you're converting $10 to 200. I think it's a pretty good return on investment. So I hope that we see more involvement next year. And if you have any questions about the landscape projects, feel free to contact me. Thank you so much.